this tutorial, I'm going to do a swirl on a 20-ounce Hogg using the epoxy method to apply all of my glitter. This cup has already been sanded, base coated, cleaned, everything. Totally prepped and ready to go. Already taped it off. This is the base color that I used, Krylon Emerald Green. I'm going to let this spin for just a little while and kind of set that epoxy up. Not a long time, maybe 5 minutes, because this epoxy has already sat for a little while. I've done a couple cups with it already. I'm going to do a swirl using 6 different colors. One of them is this Tinsel glitter, holographic blue. I bought it in the craft section at Walmart, actually in the aisle that I don't normally buy glitters from, but this one is actually really pretty. I'm going to use Recollections Extra Fine Neon Green, whatever's left out of that. I'm also going to use Jackson Square from Mr. Nola's. I actually just got this one in. I haven't even put it in a shaker yet. Another Mr. Nola's, Makin Groceries. It has a blue-green shift to it. It has a little bit of red in it actually too. Recollections Chunky Teal. And Recollections Extra Fine Pesto. This is going to be a frog themed cup, so that's why there's lots of blues and greens, and I did a base coat of green to kind of give everything a green tint. So we'll let this spin for just a few minutes, and then we'll come back and do the swirl. Okay, this has been spinning for about 5 minutes. I think it's about ready to add our glitter. I've added some paper underneath my cup to catch any extra, and I'll add that back to my jars when I'm finished. I have a whole stack here, so I should be able to get through all of my colors. Now, my cup is spinning this direction, so my swirl is going to go the opposite. I'm going to try to go with the speed of the cup. I'm just going to pick one to start. I think I'll start with this holographic blue tinsel glitter, and just kind of slowly start at the top and start making my way toward the bottom. I'll watch it come back around and see if I need to make it any thicker. Add a little bit more. Okay, I like how that turned out, and we'll just move the paper. I have a mixture of chunkies and fine and extra fine and the tinsel. So I've tried to stagger those colors, or those the coarseness, so that I don't have a bunch of chunky right next to each other and a bunch of fine right next to each other. This one, wait for it to come back around. I'm gonna go just on the other side of the blue with this lime green, and the base coat tones it down a lot, and I am overlapping my blue and my green here just a little bit to fill in any spaces that didn't get picked up already. that finish spinning around. Okay, next we're going to use Jackson Square from Mr. Nola's glitter. This one is one of the fun, almost iridescent glitters that changes colors depending on your base coat. Ooh, that came out fast. This one has a really pretty gold color shift to it. Alright, next we'll do the Makin Groceries from Mr. Nola's. So just a little bit wider. Alright, 2 more to go. This next one will be the Teal Chunky from Recollections. I also tried to kind of alternate my blues and greens when I was laying out my colors. This one's going to come out very easily. Switch to the other side. Whoa! That was almost a disaster. Came out a little fast. Alright, next up, Pesto. And we have enough room for one more color. Let's do this one. This one's Riverwalk by Mr. Nola's. It's kind of a Tiffany blue color. Switch my papers here. I'm just letting all of the extra glitter fall off. Let this one spin for about 10 more minutes and then I'll take the tape off and we'll come back and see how our swirl looks. Okay, we're ready to take the tape off this one. I'm going to slide this one off my turner. Find the end of my tape. You can see, maybe you can see, there's just a little bit of epoxy that got under there. Masking tape bleeds a lot worse than electrical tape. So to clean that up, you just use a baby wipe and rub right up against where it is. And the same thing here. It's a pretty swirl. Pop this baby back on and let it finish spinning. Then we'll recoat it and then it'll be ready for decals after that. Okay, our swirl is ready for its first coat of epoxy over the glitter. I already have it mixed. I'm just going to go slowly with the spin of the cup. This cup has different size glitters on it. There's some chunky and some fine and some extra fine. So it may need a second coat before we can sand and apply our decal. Right now I'm just taking my time to make sure that I have all of my chunky covered. It does take a little bit more. I did not seal this cup using the epoxy method. The glitter that's on there pretty much stays put. I do see a couple little pieces of chunky that have moved. I'm going to pick those out. Make sure the rims are done. Hit it with our heat gun. We'll let that spin for about 20 minutes and we'll take the tape off.